auteur maverick. I grew up definitely being Bob Downey Sr.'s kid. Spent time on Long Island, which is, I think, where Tony was raised.
Yeah.
But when Stan Lee was really thinking that through, it was the Vietnam era, and he was thinking about the military-industrial complex. He was thinking about, how about if I can throw a little bit of, not politics in here, but karma. And he gets shrapnel by the own thing, and it becomes, So, and then, of course, there was the whole demon in the bottle. I think he was the first superhero who ever, had the, almost hang up his jersey because he was hammered.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there was obviously, but again, once something goes your way, you can draw all the parallels you want. You can call it destiny. But it was something that I definitely felt drawn to, and I definitely fought for. And looking back on it, I go, why was I fighting for that? Because it turned out to be a pretty special thing.
Well, because, if you're Iron Man, there's certain people that, for whatever reason, become a role, and that is it. That's what we will accept. You are that guy. And you're not doing that. You're able to, through your talent and through your ability to take chances, you're able to be a bunch of different things, as well as be the Iron Man.
Yeah, I mean, don't we? I don't know. If I'm noticing anything now, it's that we need to shift and we need new challenges. And just like MMA and society and politics, things are moving and morphing, and the information age is making things so. Everything's learning and growing from everything so quickly, and improving or disproving or discounting whatever's happening next. But for me, I heard that this was on the table. My missus, who's my creative partner in all things, said Steve Gaghan. I was like, I know Steve Gaghan. Syriana, really? What did he do? He wrote. Wow, that's a big turn for him.
Yeah.
And then I said, but why do I want to? And I looked out, and we live on a rescue farm. We have alpacas and goats and kuni pigs, and it's just crazy. And I was like, okay, same way I did with Iron Man a little bit. I was like, all right, there's something here. And then before I signed on, I was just Googling weirdest Welsh doctor. I just want to think of. I don't want to just do another English accent. So there's this guy, William Price. He was a nutty Welsh doctor. He was a neo-druidist. He was someone who believed we could communicate with all nature and all that stuff. So I sent a picture of this wild-looking guy wearing a suit with stars on it and a staff in his hand. I sent that to Gaghan, and he goes, "That looks right to me." I was like, "Great, let's do this movie."
And literally, that's it.
It's always it. You know what I mean? It's always that thing of you click and you go, here's my sense. What do you think? And then the gal or the guy says, yeah, let's lean into that. And then you go, but do this and that. And, hey, will you give me some of this? And you go, yeah. And all of a sudden you're in a synergy. It's like a good interview, like a good fight, like a good dinner. It just kind of happens.
The gentleman right there. That's a crazy look.
Yeah. To me, I just thought can Doolittle be like that? He goes, does he have to be that way the whole way through? I go, no. When they find him, he's a recluse, and then the animals clean him up, and then he looks less unhandsome or less weird for the kids for the rest of the movie. But let's find him like that. So confidence, there's been times when I felt I'm in possession of it, and then you want to let go a little bit because it's only ever the moment in life guiding you. The wind is so at your back that you're like, wow, are you just jumping over the waves and all that by yourself? And you're like, you bet I am. But there's a physics to the moment, man, moment, machine, whatever, and the wind's at your back. And then the wind does what the fucking wind does, and it changes. And you're left there thinking, what, so I think it's great to be in full possession of what you would call supreme confidence, and then see what happens if you don't hold on to it so hard, because it's great, but it is a bit of an illusion because like everything else, it's always changing. And every day the reset button, the space bar gets pressed, and it's like, now what?
Yeah. The reset button. Yeah. You kind of have to have a confidence to jump into some of the roles that you've taken, though. But I see what you're saying. Like that you don't want to hold on to it.
Because it could come and go. I remember Warren Beatty, who I learned so many amazing things from. I was doing a movie called The Pickup Artist with Molly Ringwald.
I remember that movie.
Okay, and he was kind of the de facto producer of it, uncredited, and he taught me a lot about just acting and what it was. And he said, "What's your action in this scene?" And I was like, "Oh no," he's asking me. I was like, "My action? I'm picking up girls." He goes, "What's your action in this scene?" And I was like, I'm driving a car. And he asked me, like, you know that thing sometimes when someone asks you a question and just you get caught flat-footed? And he goes, no, your action is you're trying to go to work, but you're getting distracted by this addiction you have to trying to get laid. So your action is you're trying to get to work. And I was like, oh yeah, he's right. And he said, always know what your action is, because then when you come in the morning confident, or when you come in the morning and you can't hit your ass with both hands, you know what to do. So to me, one of the great lessons I learned from him was, oh yeah, just boil down what it is you're doing, whether there's a camera around or just what am I doing today. Today I'm showing up and I'm trying to be honest and also to listen and learn. But really, my action today is I'm beginning a process of promotion.